There's a reason why we stay with the narcissist longer than we should. There's also a reason that even after things end, we find it extremely difficult to let go. The main reason is addiction. The question we really have to answer is, what exactly is it that we're addicted to? Because at a glance, that doesn't make any sense. How can we be addicted to such toxicity? This video is going to explain that. What hooks you to the narcissist? What is it that keeps you hanging on? And most importantly, how do you break that and move forward? Hi there and welcome back. My name is Jess. If this is your first time here and you want to learn about narcissistic abuse, start now by subscribing so you don't miss any of my content. To become a member of the Survivor's Army, you can check out the link in the description. I also host Q&A sessions weekly on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you have your notification bell checked for this channel so you get notified as soon as I go live. This is honestly the most important step in breaking a trauma bond, finding out what exactly has you hooked on this person, what keeps you around even when things are absolutely terrible. Why are you afraid to leave? What do you fear losing forever? This is something that has to be identified as quickly as possible because whatever it is that is keeping you hooked, that's the whole reason why the trauma bond has formed. The bottom line here, you stay with this person and miss this person when they're gone because they were providing you with something. Or more likely, they were keeping you hooked with the promise of something. We're waiting for something from the narcissist, waiting for those little breadcrumbs to drop so we can scurry around and nibble on them, get our fix, and then go back to waiting for the next little fix. And who knows when that's going to be? Well, only the narcissist. What is it that you're waiting for, though? What is the hook? What is it about them that keeps you hanging on so desperately? Truthfully, it really isn't them in general. It's what they occasionally give you. Most commonly, we're waiting on things from this person like love or romance, attention, validation, happiness, praise, things like that. Those are common hooks that you might be looking for, or several of them from the narcissist. Personally, I was waiting for love and happiness. Here's the thing about these hooks. The narcissist knows to only give these things sparingly. They know that this is what you crave. This is what you're waiting for. They know this is what you're staying around for. They're very good at sorting us out and knowing exactly what keeps us on the hook. Once you identify what it is that this person is not giving you, before you learn how to give it to yourself, which is where we're going with this ultimately, you need to understand that this person will never fully give you these things. A narcissist is not interested in loving you, validating you, making you happy, or any of that. Stop waiting for something from someone who literally has no interest in giving it to you. If they wanted you to have something, wouldn't you already have it by now? I'm here to tell you, all these things are, just like I said, things that you need to learn how to give yourself. You have to stop waiting for somebody else to give you these things. It isn't somebody else's job to love you, make you happy, validate you, and so on. You need to be doing this for yourself. Now, I know, along with all the other shit I'm going to get in the comments, I'll probably get the, okay, Jess, if I knew how to do that, I obviously would. So how the fuck do you love yourself? How do you validate yourself? Loving yourself is all about things like being selfish with your time, only giving it to people who actually deserve your time, cutting out toxic people, understanding that you deserve love, you deserve better than this. It's also about doing things that make you happy, living for you, celebrating things in your life, especially the small things. We don't get a whole lot of big wins. You have to celebrate all the small ones. You know, finding a passion, loving that passion, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, eating correctly, meditation, taking time to relax, having fun, which is happiness, by the way. Happiness you make yourself, hint, hint. Happiness is all dependent on you as well. My mom told me a long time ago that life is what you make it. And And damn if mama isn't always right. If you have a bad attitude and you wait for somebody like a narc to give you happiness, life's gonna suck ass. That's just the way it is. If you want happiness, you have to go get it. You have to go and do the things that make you happy, or stop doing the things that make you unhappy. This is all dependent on you. And this is where you learn, this is about you. Like I just say, not about them. We're all hooked, at some point on this bullshit, and bullshit by a bullshitter, If you're looking for validation and you're not sure how to give that to yourself, if that's what you're after, why in the world do you need some putz basically to validate you? Survivor, you're already awesome as fuck. What are you looking for validation from this person for? However, if you are not quite feeling that way yet, that's where you need some self-esteem boosting. That's where you find your passion. You volunteer, you help other people, you do something good for you. Write down a list of your accomplishments, write down a list of your values, things like that. Things that you're really proud of, even how far you've come in recovery. Validating yourself is about boosting yourself and doing things to build you up and push yourself forward. Other people in this world can love you. Love is a little bit of a tricky one. Other people in this world can love you, sure. And, there are other people who can make us feel happy and validate us, but, that's not always a guarantee. We have to give at least 90% of this, preferably 100, to ourselves. We have to do as much of that as possible on our own. Whatever you feel it is that's keeping you hooked on this person, you have to figure out what it is. Maybe it's attention. You're not getting attention. You have to learn how to entertain yourself. These are all things you have to kind of twist around and stop looking for it in somebody who, look how damaged they are. Look how they can't even give these things to themselves, You have to get away from all of that stuff. Dig down and find all of that within yourself. Ditch the narc, find a hobby, preferably a passion. I say again, find a passion. Also understand that this need that you have might not be anything I just said in this list. It might be something more like you're just holding on to the fantasy, the dream of something perfect. We all idealize the narcissist. We make them perfect in our mind, and we have a perfect little idea of them being perfect and us being perfect and the perfect relationship and life and all that kind of stuff, the romance novel, the whatever you're looking for. And so this is where you have to decide the need, the fantasy, whatever. Is this something that's realistic? In some cases, your need might just flat out not be reasonable. In most cases, they are. But when it comes down to the fantasy, that's not reasonable, not from this person. It might be what you're looking for, but it's certainly not what you're going to find. The narcissist doesn't have it. They make you think they do. If they cared for you, if they wanted you to have it, one of two things would have happened, survivor. You would have your needs met, or they would tell you like an adult that they can't do it and allow you to move on. They do neither. They instead tell you that if you just give them more time, things will change. If you just change, if you just wait, if you. No more, survivor. This is it. You make the choice. You find the need. You find out if it's reasonable. Find out how to give it to yourself. And you know in your heart that this person is not going to get your needs met. Don't fear losing anything, survivor. You don't lose anything. You know how I know you don't lose anything? Because when you have nothing to lose. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.